Broadcasting from the heart of the National Forest for northwest Leicestershire, this is Hermitage FM.
And it's a local music show with myself, Kevin Gaughan, between now and 7. We've got a guest coming in. That's a local rapper, KY. He'll be here in about 15 minutes or so. Oh, you're moving now.
Because I saw you got this slider up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just as well someone's paying attention, eh, John?
Yeah, I wasn't sure which one you were on there, actually, so I'm glad you did move. But before that, a little bit about Oxjam, which is... it's going to get explained a little bit by our guest that we're going to hear from in a moment. But obviously a nice festival for Leicester to have a good chance to see some local acts as well.
It is. It's one of my favourite festivals of the year. I'm not just saying that because it really, really is. I love the atmosphere. It's all based in town, so it gets people down into town in the cultural quarter, and it's great just to go into some of these venues. I think there's about 19 venues or something stupid like that. Ridiculous number of venues. But just go in there. In each of the venues, well, you turn up, pay a tenner, and you get a wristband. That goes to Oxjam, obviously the money, and then with that wristband, that then enables you to get into any of the venues, and then you can watch whole loads of bands, top quality artists, all genres. There's rap, there's urban, there's rock, there's
indie, all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
There's also barbershop choir as well. Simple Tones will be playing a couple of places. Good quality music, absolutely fantastic day out, and it's for all the kids as well. Because I think there's stuff to do for children as well, which I think is also important. And there's stuff. It's all around the curve in town, and it's really good day out. Really enjoy it.
We'll hear from one of the organisers, Elisabeth Barker-Carley, after one of the bands who are playing this weekend. I can't remember where, unless you know. Speaking in italics, we can probably look it up while you're listening to it. But this is a track we played a little while ago, actually. It's called Acceptable. Speaking in italics is the name of the band, and here's the track.
Darking mortar, suggesting frenzied glass to the good light, waiting straight to a crow. Lay it back in slow motion, play by flame, piece together a broken history, instigating a new round of asking questions, denying simple truth. He has potential, but he must try it. Guiding by with the haze, caustically etching the way, colliding into the darkness. Though there was nothing there, certainly in between ascension and the bottom of the well. Air is thinning, the warmth escapes steadily. Water ripples invitingly, crashing tidal waves breaking over me, cleansing over the sense of direction, instigating a new idea. Answered questions, know this is shabby dreaming.
Speaking in italics, playing at the Sound House for Oxjam this Saturday late in the evening. Looks like they're almost last on. There's a track called Sector Borts. We'll hear from Elisabeth Barker-Carley, one of the organisers of Oxjam, in a moment.
Those who don't know, Oxjam is a monthly music festival event in aid of Oxfam, and every city has an event called a takeover, where there is a takeover team run by people like myself, and we literally just take over a lot of the music venues within a city. And this year we have 16 stages, about 250 acts programmed, and we're hoping to smash our target of £13,000, which is the amount we raised last year.
Wow.
So I'm hoping for at least 15.
And am I right in thinking last year was a record-breaking amount as far as the Oxjam's concerned, or was it the year before?
The year before was record-breaking. The year before was about 20,000. Last year was 13,000. So this year I want to get it back up to the 15,000 mark.
It's your job now.
I know. The pressure is on.
And what about the number of venues taking part? Are you trying to increase the number of venues all the time?
I don't want to increase them too much, because it is myself who's running the production team as well. We don't have a separate production team this year, so I don't want to have too many venues involved, because I think I will implode from the stress of it all. But no, we have expanded out this year, so along with the venues in the cultural quarter, so the Sound House, the Shed, the Exchange Manhattan, etc., that we had involved last year, this year we've expanded out to include Duffy's Bar, which is recently reopened, Firebag and the Criterion, who are going to be hosting a live comedy night for us there.
And also you tend to have stages outside the curve as well, don't you? Outside as well as inside, so to speak.
Yes, that's our main stage in Alton Square. So we have a big food and craft fair again this year, and we're hoping to expand the numbers on that as well. So anyone who runs a food or craft stall or a vintage stall or anything that you do that you can put on a stall or a magician, anything, really, please get in touch with us via the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Oxjam Leicester Takeover, and just send us a message, because we'd love to have you involved, just to create that atmosphere and raise a little bit more money so I can get close to my 15,000 target.
Yeah, absolutely. And more, hopefully. So am I right in thinking most of it's based around the cultural quarter then?
The majority of it is, yes. It's just easier that way for us to have the more festival environment. So our hub is Alton Square, and our box office is in the Exchange, as it was last year, and then Manhattan 34 is involved, Ale Wagon. LCB Depot are involved this year, which is great. We're really happy about that. Havana, we've got an urban stage, the Shed, of course, involved, then the Sand House, and the Cave are involved again as well, but just not on as bigger scale. But throughout the day, that's where we want to keep the majority of the attendees, to just really create that atmosphere. And then later in the night, that's when we disperse out through the city a bit more, down towards Firebag, Duffy's and Criterion.
Yeah, I guess the message to people is to get there early as well, because some of the acts have to play early, and I suppose getting a crowd early is sometimes more difficult, so you want people to come down as early as possible, don't you?
We do. Well, the main stage kicks off at 11:45 a.m. That's in the morning.
Yeah. We're not used to that, are we?
No. That's outside. And then we've got live music programmed in from midday from the majority of the venues as well. And we are starting things off slightly softer with a lot of acoustic acts, and then going to the more full bands in the afternoon. But I do urge anyone who's listening to get down there as soon as you can in the day, so you don't miss out on anyone. And 16 stages, and it's only £10 for a wristband. You really, even though it's not a lot of money, you still want to get your money's worth. It's cheap festival.
Yeah, it's all going to a good cause as well. That's the main thing, isn't
Yeah, well, we're all volunteers. None of us get paid. Only the people right at the top of Oxfam get paid. So there's a core team of 6 of us this year, and they are just the most helpful people in the world. We've got about 150 volunteers, I think. But anyone else who wants to get involved, it's another call out. If you'd like to volunteer, please get in touch via our Facebook page, facebook.com/Oxjam Leicester Takeover. So we can use, extra stage managers, bucket shakers, really cheerful people to keep us going if it rains, people to calm me down if it rains,
Well, cheerful people, that discounts you, Kevin. Then.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, but you do need volunteers are key, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Without volunteers, I mean, I'm a volunteer. Without none of this would be possible. So as many people who want to help, and the shifts can be anything from 4 hours to 14 hours. So it does help, even if you are just standing there shaking a bucket in someone's face and harassing them until they give you your money.
And what about the money? Obviously, you're raising a lot of money. Can you explain where some of that money goes?
Yeah, I can. Well, it's always changing, so it depends whatever is the most important crisis that is happening on a global scale at that point. So around this time last year, a lot of the money was going out towards places like Syria, places that are war-torn, and of course we're trying to help the poverty state over in Africa significantly. So on the day, we will be having big posters up, so kind of breaking down where it all goes, so how much a goat is, a school book, things like that, so people can actually visualise and see where the money is actually going to go, instead of just thinking, oh, I'm just chucking it in a bucket and then that's it. It actually really does make a huge difference. Even if you put 20p in, that buys some grain, which is very important to a family who has nothing. So yeah, it helps. It makes a huge difference. It really does.
And there's a great atmosphere there as well, isn't there? Because I went last year, and each of the venues is quite nicely packed, and everybody's just so friendly, and all the bands are brilliant. Do you split the venues up by genre?
We try to, in a way. So the Sound House is kind of more rocky this year. So Speaking in Italics are headlining that for us before they head off on their UK tour. And then before that we've got bands like Omaha, Super 73, The Bench That Rocks, Beneath the Lights, like bands like that are a bit more rocky. Then The Exchange is a big mix of everything. We've got a bit of blues in there, indie, we've got some ska music in there. It's a big mix.
I think I was in a bar with lots of reggae music last year. So.
Yeah, well, Alton Square was our main reggae ska stage last year, but due to public demand, we've had to kind of dedicate a whole venue to it. So the Shed this year, we're starting that off with pop punk, and then moving into ska punk, then having it mainly ska and reggae in the evening. So the ska music will not finish early; it'll finish at like 11 or 12. Cool. Then Ale Wagon, that's quite folk, country kind of area. So it is a little bit split down by genre, but there is a crossover. But you won't find any ska music in the Sound House, for instance. So you won't find.
Elisabeth Barker-Carley there on Oxjam this weekend.
So why would I step back into uncertainty? Each time I go to call you, I'm hurting already. I'm starving myself just thinking of seeing you. Unhealthy addiction. I can't help myself, but I feel safe where I am. I feel free, I feel good, feel excited. I was crying next to me, thinking about what I could have done.
And that was the Flying Kangaroo Alliance and Feel Free, which had its debut appearance, I think, on air, played here on this very show, wasn't it, a few weeks ago?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago when they came in, a very nice group of people they were.
Yes, which leads me nicely into, because that obviously lead singer and songwriter from Flying Kangaroo Alliance is, of course, the ever-talented Mary Everett. And she's actually going to be performing in a thing called a bounce night on Friday.
Sounds fun.
It does, but it sounds like a really good idea, because what it is it's a collection of top songwriters, including Mary Everett, Kevin Hewitt, Siobhan Massey and Les Hayden, and they're going to be performing, but they're going to be bouncing off each other. So one does a song, and then the next one has to do a song that just continues the theme or the feeling of the previous song. So it's kind of like a bit sort of freestyle, I guess, and ad-libbing.
You have to carry on and make it sound seamless. Sort of thing. Yeah.
But that sounds brilliant now. I mean, with these musicians as well, top musicians, that sounds like a great night. And it's what it is as well, an interesting concept in payment. You pay what you like, so it's free to go in, and then it's when you leave, you have to pay whatever you feel as though it was worth. So I think that's a really good idea, actually.
So people do pay something then.
Yeah, and that's at Handsome Hall in town on Beaver Street on Friday at 7 o'clock. That sounds great. And
just to mention, Flying Kangaroo Alliance are playing Oxjam Soundhouse again. Actually, they're kind of mid-set. We haven't got the times actually of the actual sets, but they're about 3, 4, 6 on or something. So probably be late afternoon or something. What time do they actually start? About lunchtime, don't they?
They do. No, yes, 12 o'clock. So that'll be around tea time, like you say.
I noticed the 4s are on before them. So Flying Kangaroo Alliance somewhere around tea time.
Yeah.
At the Soundhouse.
And also, I remember they're also looking for a drummer as well, if there's any drummers listening.
Oh, yeah.
Do get in touch.
They did say that to us before, didn't they?
There's a shortage of drummers, actually.
Now, let's do a gig review, because you went to see Part of the Problem on Friday, didn't you?
Oh, I did.
And tell us about it.
That was
going to play a track.
That was at their Glastonbury audition, where they're hoping to get through to Glastonbury Festival next year. There was a load of other bands on as well. But, Part of the Problem, who we had in the studio last Tuesday, I was particularly impressed with them. The command of the stage and just their mix of the rap and the rock thing just seemed to gel together too well.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, it was just a bit of everything, but just done together so well. And that bloke can really sing as well. I forget his name, but he can really sing. Put in a good performance. That chap. He's a really nice chap, quite young as well.
Okay, we're going to play a track, which you actually like this one as well.
Oh, yes. I think this is the one that sounds a bit like Kindred as well. Oh, by the way, they're also playing at Oxjam, aren't they? They're playing at the Shed on Saturday at Oxjam.
We'll confirm that in a minute. I've got a list here.
I think.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, Oxjam. I've got... No, not at the Shed.
Yes, they are. Further down.
Oh, yes, they are, yes.
Towards the end.
They're third act from the bottom, so they're on quite late.
Yeah, about 9-ish by the looks of it.
Okay, let's play Bridge to Reality from Part of the Problem.
From an early age, but always being cooped up inside of my birdie cage. So I keep screaming at the world just to give me space. One day I'll break free, spread these wings and fly away. But I doubt that my beak will eat seeds to feed me. Now I must become a real G. And remember with me, dog, yeah, there's no stopping us. Why isn't it obvious? Bruh, you must think I'm all happy and I'm smiley, bruh. I ain't happy or smiley, nah. But see, people have told me that when I'm on stage and I'm rapping up, there's a presence of a legend, bro. And I can transform my mind like ETC, etc. Look through your retina, always try and see things best. Like rap tracks, it's free cheese and a test. See, when I come around on the microphone, I got everybody saying I'm sick. They come and set the world on fire. Me are just a man on fire, but it made me think. Cause the more I seem to carry on savagely, more I seem to slip away. Me are just a man on the bridge to reality, trying to get away from fate. But see, it's hard trying to be a good Christian when everybody round me sinning. It must be the times I'm living in lately, cause everybody's head seems to have the devil in them. But not me, I'm trying to get that bell ringing, trying to make it dead rich side beats that I'm killing. And fam, there's no doubt that I'll kill him. I'm one of the sickest spitting the illest lyrics living. Like when I spit, there's two main symptoms. First you'll go dizzy, then you'll start going crazy, like Robbie Williams. So don't bother calling for your favourite rapper, cause if I haven't yet, then I'll probably kill him. So take cover when I'm on the rhythm. Explosions and shrapnel flying everywhere, then your blood spilling. Now watch as I take this scene by the neck and I dead it out differently. See, when I come around on the microphone, I got everybody saying I'm sick. They come me set the world on fire. Me are just a man on fire, but it make me sing. But the more I seem to carry on savagely, more I seem to slip away. Me are just a man on the bridge to reality. I hope you're ready for some drama face. You see, when I come around on the microphone, I got everybody saying I'm sick. Because me set the world on fire. Me are just a man on fire, but it made me sick. Cause the more I seem to carry on savagely, more I seem to slip away. Me are just a man on the bridge to reality, trying to get away from fate. You see, when I come around on the microphone, I got everybody saying I'm sick. Because me set the world on fire. Me are just a man on fire, but it made me sick. Cause the more I seem to carry on savagely, more I seem to slip away. Me are just a man on the bridge to reality, trying to get away from fate.
Wow.
Kevin enjoyed that.
That was part of the problem. I'm telling you now, John, I'm going to have to see that, well, making sure I see those on Saturday. Like you say, Shed, Saturday, probably about 9 o'clock. See some of that. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
We just had a call, by the way, from KY, who were expecting in the studio, but he's stuck on the M1 near Watford. So I don't think he's going to get here by 7. So he's going to call us on the phone in about 10 minutes.
He's got something in common with a lot of our guests, hasn't he?
Well, he left London. He said
right.
he left London quite early to get here. But I did think, when he told me he was going to London before coming here, I did think, you never know with the M1, do you?
No.
So anyway, we'll get him on the phone in about 10 minutes, so we'll play a couple of tracks from him as well. Meanwhile, we're going to talk Scam, because I noticed on Facebook that, if you remember, we told the story a little while ago of the drummer leaving and a few problems with the band, but
yes,
they've kind of regrouped.
They have. They've got a new drummer by the name of Neil Hill, which is really, really great, and I'm really pleased to see that. And it's quite interesting because, of course, he used to be the drummer for the Furies, who are now kind of split up or largely on the back burner, but he's got several other projects on the go. And so when he was with the Furies, it was always quite interesting because he'd be quite a prominent drummer. He'd be, you know, often by the end of the show, he would be the one that people were watching because he'd really be bashing the hell out of the drums and making some good sounds and really being quite enthusiastic about it all. So it'll be interesting bringing him into Scam. I wonder if they're going to have possibly a slightly more drummier sound to go with Steve Hill, his brother's, lead guitars.
Be interesting to see how that changes them, won't it?
Yeah, it will. It'll be fascinating. But it's great to see that Scam are still together and will be continuing. So that's good news all round, I'd say.
I've got a number for one, although we're waiting for, maybe not ring them now, because we're waiting for KY to phone in. Otherwise, it might be nice to get one of the band on the phone. But I think we'll wait for Mr. KY first.
Better had.
OK, we've got a track from Scam. It's called Holy City.
Different times, we come for
There you go, that's Scam and Holy City. And we had a bit of noise there at the end. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
A little bit of a tickly. I thought it was my phone ringing for a minute.
That'd be funny. And I was going to say, it's already quite a drummy sort of sound they've got, actually. Just.
I think that might
phone.
be a guest on the phone. Just a second. Keep talking for a minute.
Oh, right, okay. So, yeah, that was Scam, one of my favourites, and it'll be good to see them again when they're performing again with the new drummer, Neil Hill. Unfortunately, they're not playing at Oxjam, but of course that's because they bring the new drummer up to speed.
Okay, on the phone we've got KY. This is John Sinclair. I've got Kevin Gaughan next to me. KY, just explain where you are.
I'm at Watford Gap.
Yes, well done.
In traffic on the motorway, so I had to pull up and ring in because I'm sorry I'm not there.
Yeah, it's
running a bit behind time.
Yeah, we're sorry you're not here as well. But a trip to London, was that a business trip or a pleasure trip?
Oh, it was more for the music, definitely, John. I went to meet one of Radio 1's producers and tour managers to do a little video for them. So that should be out this week.
Things are really happening for you at the moment, it seems, as well. I know you had a record that did really well. We're going to play a couple of tunes in a minute. But could I just ask you first about rapping at the Policeman?
Well, basically, I'm kind of glad you asked me about that because, as you know yourself, John, I'm not a horrible person.
No.
And some people took that the wrong way and have took it like, just ignorant, and that's completely not me. The actual fact was it was the third time in that day while we was recording a video shoot that the police tried to tell us to move on from places where we actually wasn't causing no trouble. They was actually wasting their own time when there was criminals actually out there doing stuff. They're wasting time telling me to move from doing a video shoot when I'm actually trying to just pursue my career. It's like they don't want me to. So by the third time I was quite angry and frustrated. So yeah, I showed it and ended up freestyling at the police and it ended up going viral, John. It's crazy.
It was crazy, but it was absolutely brilliant. I mean, you can't plan things like that. It was just an instinctive reaction, I guess, was it?
Well, yeah, it was just, I just told the camera guy, you know what, that if you actually seen before the camera came on, they was actually speaking very rude and disrespecting us, and as soon as the camera came on, they soon changed their tone and started speaking different and made me obviously look worse, but it was just spontaneous, to tell the truth. I love freestyling, so I just freestyled off my brain and they ended up driving away, which was a good thing.
That sounds great, KY, I must admit. John keeps telling me about that video. I've not seen it yet. Is it on your Facebook page, or...?
It is, but it's quite far down now, to tell the truth. It's not something I'm promoting too much myself. It's just, like, it's best to just type KY, scares off police on YouTube or something like that, and it'll come up. It was actually in the Daily Mail, the Daily Star. It gave me quite a lot of publicity, to tell the truth, Kev. So I'm quite happy with it, as well as like I'm being judged. So when I do get my proper chance to go out there and explain to the actual public, the whole big mainstream audience, they will understand I'm not like that. I want to inspire their children to, be able to come out of the area they come from, and anything's possible. So that's the only reason I was frustrated that day, because the police want me to stay where I'm from instead of succeeding in life, and they're never going to stop that.
Yeah.
The video you make, what was the song you were doing the video for?
It was basically, it's called LC. It's JB, J1, Trillery Banks, and me.
Oh yeah.
AY, and it's basically like an LC anthem. Quite a lot of the Leicester players have been tweeting it about as well, like, loving it. So
I think I've seen
quite well.
Yeah, I think I've seen you put that video up, didn't you? I think because I know you rapped towards the end of it. Lots of other rappers involved, all about bigging up Leicester.
Yeah, that's basically the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so how do you come together with the other rappers? Was that just a natural thing? You got together as a group and just decided to do it?
Yeah, well, basically, JB, the kid from New Parts, he's an up-and-coming rapper that's doing really well at the minute. He's pushing the city, like Leicester, quite well. He got in touch with me and sent me the tune, and I just recommended that we should have a few more people on the tune. And there's a remix in the process as well, which is going to have a lot more Leicester artists just to showcase that there is a lot more than just that was on that tune. It's just, it was just a quick thing, so we tried to put it out quick, and then we're going to bring out obviously another remix with a lot more talented Leicester artists on soon.
And you mentioned the footballers, and I noticed you were at the King Power the other week.
Yeah, amazing game. And believe it or not, I'm actually a Man U fan.
No, you're not.
You you don't choose who you get. This is what I try and explain to people. When you're a child and you're getting put in a football kit, you don't choose who you support.
True.
And I got put in a Man U top and fell in love with Man U as a child, so I continue to support them. But obviously I got love for Leicester too, so as a Man U fan sitting in the stadium, I wasn't actually hurt as I usually would be. So it was a good feeling because it was that great atmosphere at the stadium. So it's good for Leicester. We need them to keep pushing. It's good for everything, like the whole city on a whole, so it's good to see.
Do you think, KY, that the time is coming for Leicester? I mean, there's like people like you pushing Leicester. There's Leicester Music Festival. There's lots of people trying to put Leicester on the map, and thousands of people are paying attention now. Do you think the time is coming that Leicester will be put on the map?
Yeah, I definitely think so. It's definitely going to happen, because I'm promising you one thing, I am going to make it happen.
Yeah, definitely. Because I noticed just the other day that a lot of my favourite bands are still touring the country, but not touring Leicester, not stopping off at Leicester, which is really frustrating.
Not yet. Yeah, I can imagine it is, but we'll get them here.
We will do. People like you and us, we need to fight for it.
Yes, definitely.
You sent me a couple of tracks. I had to do a radio edit of Late Night, Early Mornings, though. I hope you don't mind me doing that.
Oh, no, of course not.
And Always Look Fresh. So these two songs you sent us, just tell us about where you are with. I know they came out on an EP, didn't they?
Yeah, basically they come out on my EP, Nothing But Truth, which was on iTunes and all other online stores, and it's available now for anyone that likes any of the tunes that they hear after the conversation. And it went to number 29 in the hip-hop iTunes charts, which actually shocked me, to tell the truth. So I was really, very grateful from all my supporters for actually purchasing it and supporting me and making me realise they are following my journey and helping me pursue my dream. And it's just making me more hungry and hungrier to make them know I am going to push so hard to be one of the big artists that I want to be. Because basically people don't know as well, I actually write songs as well as rap. I don't just obviously I do love rapping, but I also enjoy singing. Unfortunately, my voice is not amazing, so I have to pass the songs on. So that's another thing that people will realise as well when I get there.
Yeah, very often rappers work with singers, don't they? And they could kind of combine, which I know you've probably done already. But obviously, you say you've been down to Radio 1, but obviously getting play on national radio is going to be a key thing for a lot of artists. But, you know, they are trying to promote BBC Introducing all the time, aren't they? So I guess it's getting a handle on things like that, isn't it?
Yeah, BBC Introducing is definitely a great thing. Like, a few years ago when I first started uploading my tunes, it actually got me quite a lot of performances from them, and, you know, I got invited to BBC Masterclass and things like that, and ever since then things have slowly but surely been progressing. And as you know, in the music industry, like, things can take forever. If you never give up, one day you may get your break, or sometimes people get lucky and get that overnight break. But I'm just going to carry on pursuing my dream because I love music, and it's something that even if I wasn't to be famous and super successful, I'd always still do music as a hobby because I love it, and I'm always going to keep doing it, you know.
Well, because you're on the motorway, we're not going to play a track and keep you waiting. We're going to play them back to back. So just talk us through the tracks we're going to listen to. We've got Always Look Fresh and The Late Night, Early Mornings. Just tell us a bit about the songs.
Basically, Always Look Fresh is more of an immature track from me, to tell the truth. It's like, I wrote this when I was actually 15, which is 10 years ago now. And it actually went round on people's phones, you know, when Bluetooth was about. And when I did actually start getting Twitter and getting supporters and stuff, they started requesting I brought out that tune. So I didn't actually want to. And then I thought about it as a move for my music and to help make my fans happy. And I thought, let me do it. And I did it on a new instrumental, and it actually worked. And I did a video, and yeah, but it's not, truthfully, it's not like, I can't even really write like that no more. It's a bit like, I was very young and, you know, immature, if you get what I mean. But yeah, people love the tune, so I put it out for them.
And the late night...
Late nights...
Yeah.
Yeah, the late nights, early mornings is basically what I do. I stay up late and I write until it's early hours of the morning, and then I catch a few hours sleep, because I believe that to get where I want in life, I don't think sleeping is going to help me too much, because I've got to be chasing that dream constantly, because it's not just me. There's a million other people that, you know, want to be that person to make it. So you've got to be always one step ahead and trying to chase it properly. And late night Saturday morning counts for anyone. People do night shifts in August, like I did myself before Christmas last year, and things like that. And it's just relates to absolutely anyone, because people provide for their kids, and you know how it is.
Well, I'm doing early mornings at the weekend as well. I know what it's like. So yeah, sometimes it's what you have to do, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, just bring us up to date again, to going back to the video you've done with the rappers. So I saw it somewhere on Facebook. I think I saw it. So is this record due for release, or has it been released? What's the situation with that?
No, it's basically it's just free download, to tell the truth.
Yeah,
it's a free download, and I'm going to make it more easier to access, because it's not actually easy accessible, because it wasn't actually my tune, you see, John. It was JB's tune, and I've not had much to do with it. I organised a few things for him, but I've not really had too much to do with it, apart from writing my verse and getting the video guy and stuff. But I will let you know more about that, to tell the truth. But the video, if anyone wants to see it, they just put JB, KY, Trillery, J1, LC, or you can even just put KYLC, and I think it will show, to tell the truth. So if you want to...
It's definitely worth downloading, definitely. Kevin's got a question.
I appreciate that.
KY, are you playing Oxjam this weekend?
Yes, I am, yes. I'm at Havana, I think it is.
Right, yes, the urban stage. Brilliant.
That was the first time I saw you, actually, in The Musician. You remember, I think you kicked it off at lunchtime a few years ago, you remember?
Yeah, I can actually, I can.
Yeah, it wasn't probably the best time to be playing, I don't think, actually.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a
no,
little bit
but
empty.
you know what, I appreciate all of them. I kind of appreciate all of them nights, because now when I step on the stage and there's a lot of people, it's like so much easier, because the hard crowds, the small crowds are the hardest to perform to, if you know what I mean. Like, because you can actually look in every individual's face and see their reactions. But when there's loads of people, you can just get on with it, and it's like, well, you know me anyway, I just go into my zone to talk.
Yeah, you just do it, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Well, look, good to talk to you. I hope you get home eventually.
I know. Do you know what? I'm hoping when I go back onto the motorway now, I'm just waiting for my mate to come out of the service station. He's going to grab something to eat. And then I'm going to drive back.
Well, so me and Kevin will catch up with you at the weekend, because we brought a camera in so we could get a photo of all three of us.
Oh,
but you know,
we'll get one on the weekend if you come in.
And unless we'll take a photo, leave a gap in the middle, and fill you in later or something. I think. We'll see you at the weekend, though, KY. Just remind us.
I'm so sorry, though.
No, don't worry.
Please, you know me. I don't like to not turn up.
I know.
I'm sorry about it.
So, do you know what time you're on that? And just remind us where you're on and what time on Saturday.
I'm sure it's after 6, and it's at Havana in Leicester.
Yeah. Okay.
It's definitely after 6, but you know what music's like. It'll probably end up being after 8.
Okay, well, thanks for stopping and talking to us. We're going to play your tracks back to back now. KY, good stuff, mate. Enjoy the weekend. I'm sure it'll be good.
Cheers, KY.
Thank you very much. And if anyone wants to follow me on Twitter or anything, at KY_official, and KYofficial.com is my website. Thank you, anyone that's locked in. And thank you, John, and thank you, Kev. I appreciate your time.
No worries. We appreciate you being on as well. Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Can't look stupid. Wardrobe stack is always improving. Scarf and gloves, I love to buy new things. My Gaughan collection's kind of amusing. Got pure new that I ain't used yet. Still got things, hold down for the future. Every day at yard, I just have to choose which Gaughan to put on and what pair of shoes. All depends in what kind of mood. Got Nikes, Adidas, Pradas too. Pair of sneaks every day of the month. Gaughan's that match, so I look unique. In my bedroom drawer, enough new hats, so you know from my head to my feet I look deep. Sometimes at yard, get confused to put on the red, green or blue, but I'm colour coded with the same colour shoes. Adidas Nike, got enough tracksuits, got silver, black, gold and brown sneaks too. Always looked smart from when I was a youth, thanks to my mum. You know I never get my dress code wrong. Always looked smart from when I was young. That's why you know I gotta mention my mum. Had pure Gaughans, my collection was long. From my hat to my mittens to my dummy to my bib. Look pure smart when I was a kid. It's still the same me, from my hat to my glove to my coat. Always look fresh when I'm on road. Every day at yard I just have to choose which Gaughans to put on and what pair of shoes. All depends in what kind of mood. Got Nikes, Adidas, Pradas too. Pair of sneaks every day of the month. Gaughans that match so I look unique. In my bedroom drawer, enough new hats so you know
know from my head to my feet I look deep. So, if I get a call, no, it's gash. Got a pair different garms that match. Blue, green, red, white, yellow garms got stacks. Exclusive sneaks, exclusive hats. Sensation rib, strawberry pack of Jewelrettes, cause I know she ain't holding back. On the sheets, yard for a bath. Go back there for the aftermath. And when I get back, she starts performing. The photo she gave me was appalling. Hate it when a girl's long and it's boring. Not this one, she's straight to the point. And she's not long, she's not a torment. Oils my body with different ointments. No, I can't call her no disappointment. Might ring her back for my next appointment. Hey, at yard, I just have to choose which garms to put on and what pair of shoes. All depends in what kind of mood. Got Nikes, Adidas, Pradas too. Pair of sneaks every day of the month. Garms that match so I look unique. In my bedroom drawer, enough new hats so you know from my head to my feet I look deep. Come to my yard, notice the truth. Even got sneaks that ain't been used. Got purple, orange and cream seats too. Representing my ends cause that's what I do. If there's a raise, changing my shoes. Can't get clocked when we're making a move. Back to my yard in time for my food. Got a phone call and I heard there's war. Like if I get a call, no there's beef. Put on the black, Air Max sneaks. Know that mama put something in your cheek. Gotta be there to make sure you defeat. You're cold in the game, we're packed with heat. Team comes tight like in green streets. Scarf on black coat, black flat Pete. No lies, true facts when I spit on a beat. Every day at yard I just have to choose which garms to put on and what pair of shoes. All depends in what kind of mood. Got Nikes, Adidas, Pradas too. Pair of sneaks every day of the month. Garms that match so I look unique. In my bedroom drawer, enough new hats so you know from my head to my feet I look deep. Every day at yard I just have to choose which garms to put on and what pair of shoes. All depends in what kind of mood. Got Nikes, Adidas, Pradas too. Pair of sneaks every day of the month. Garms that match so I look unique. In my bedroom drawer, enough new hats so you know from my head to my feet I look deep. Don't know I got pair exclusives. Nikes, Adidas, Pradas, Gucci's. Can't look stupid. Audio stack is always improving. Scarf and gloves, I love to buy new things. My Gaughan collection's kind of amusing. Got pair new that I ain't used yet. Still got things, hold down for the future.
KY got him on the phone eventually. That's always look fresh from him. And we've got another track as well. We're back to back because we had him on the phone, obviously. This is called Late Night, Early Mornings.
Late nights, early mornings. Late nights, early mornings. Late nights, early mornings. Late nights, early mornings. Yo, you know them late nights, early mornings. Late nights, early mornings. I be putting in the work while other peeps are snoring. Late nights, early mornings. Far from broke, but I can't say I'm balling. Late nights, early mornings. I don't think sleeping's really that important. Late nights, early mornings. Till the day I die, I'm gonna put it all. Last year I was so broke, I never had no peak. I couldn't buy no sneaks and nobody would help me. Now I got brand new Gucci and LV. Catch me in LC, 7 for the whole key. You better know I'm on my grind, cause I want lots. Always got energy, something like a monster. Trying to reach a mil, I want dough like Heskey. A brand like Walkers, a plane and a jet ski. A Beamer, a Range, a Benz and a Bentley. A mansion with a swimming pool, so I gotta get paid. That's why I'm putting in the work to make things better in my life. So until the day I die, you'll always catch me on my grind. I ain't here to be broke, I get paid, they know I shine. They hate me but I let them cause they're only wasting time. Got nothing but love, God's always by my side. I'm walking with an angel, now my future's looking bright. Late nights, early mornings. I be putting in the work while other peeps are snoring. Late nights, early mornings. Far from broke but I can't say I'm balling. Late nights, early mornings. I don't think sleeping's really that important. Late nights, early mornings. Till the day I die, I'm gonna put it all in. I work hard, so you know that I'll be earning paper. I move weight, but nothing like a personal trainer. I've been through more cheese than a grater. Ask them who they used to get their grade off. Wish I would've saved up. 40 bags gone like my brains, but money be my main slut. So I'm always trying to save guap. I had a lot of fun with my dodo, so it's nothing I'm ashamed of. It's KY, I always talk the truth to peeps. Are you real? Do you know about moving keys? Stacking peas and buying 40 pairs of sneaks. Smoking Q's every day for your Percy B. And that ain't nothing that didn't even really hurt my pee. You're meant to be a wise guy, but you serving fiends. Work with businessmen, money men and silent G's. That's how to get the house with the balcony. Late nights, early mornings. I be putting in the work while other peeps are snoring. Late nights, early mornings. Far from broke, but I can't say I'm balling. Late nights, early mornings. I don't think sleeping's really that important. Late nights, early mornings. till the day I die, I'm gonna put it all in. Late nights, early mornings, I be putting in.
So back to back on the KY then, who's playing Oxjam this weekend. And with a lowdown on who's playing and when, let's hand it over to Kevin, shall we?
Brilliant. So KY will be in Havana, which is in Yeoman Street, near Curve, so he'll be playing there. And that will indeed be the urban stage. That's one good thing about Oxjam, is it doesn't matter which genre you like, there's music for it. And a few other genres as well, because there's quite some quite interesting bands there. So just briefly, I mean, in exchange, you've got, it seems to be mainly blues and indie rock. They've got bands like Cream Tangerines and Dead Shoot. Do you remember the Cream Tangerines, John?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Absolutely awesome guitarist there. And the Dead Shoot, sort of Jimi Hendrix-y type blues, as well as a load of other bluesy acoustic stuff. Then Firebug and Criterion, as Elisabeth Barker-Carley said earlier, whose birthday is incidentally on Thursday, so happy birthday for that, Elisabeth. She's saying, Firebug and Criterion are going to be comedy, apparently. And then Manhattan 34, you've got more acoustic stuff with the likes of Kevin Hewitt, who's always got his thought-provoking, sometimes quite hardcore and opinionated, I like to say, lyrics. And Siobhan Mazzy, absolutely fantastic musician, so that's sort of acoustic folk down at Manhattan 34, as well as some unusual bands as well, like we've also got Strangler Figs playing at Manhattan 34 and Tapestry. So they're real bands to look out for later on in the evening. And then we've also got at the Ale Wagon, a bit more acoustic stuff. We've got Kenneth J. Nash, who'll be appearing on our show towards the end of October, with his very, very inspirational lyrics, acoustic music, and David Wyatt as well, so he's always good to watch. Down at the Shed, we've got ska and reggae music, and as well as part of the Problem, as we heard earlier, with their Skindred type music, and Echo Marley with their reggae, and the list goes on, John. Absolutely tons of venues with tons of types of music.
Oxjam then in the Cultural Quarter mainly this Saturday. Looking forward to that. A couple of minutes left to play a bit of Kites, who are big in Japan. So sport coming up next. We're on location tonight. You'll find out where in just a moment. We'll be back same time next week, the local music show, looking back on Oxjam.
Across North West Leicestershire on